3 days ago, a woman walked into my shop crying. She just left the local Toyota dealership where they told her she needed $3,200 in immediate repairs on her 2022 Camry with only 38,000 miles. The service advisor had shown her a checklist of critical items that needed attention right away: brake fluid flush, transmission service, fuel injection cleaning, throttle body service, cabin air filter, engine air filter. The list went on and on. She brought me the estimate, and I nearly lost it. Every single item on that list was either completely unnecessary or grossly overpriced. I inspected her car top to bottom. You know what it actually needed? An oil change. That's it. Just a basic oil change. Everything else was perfectly fine. But the dealership tried to squeeze $3,200 out of her anyway. Here's what most Toyota and Lexus owners don't realize. Dealership service departments are profit centers, not service centers. They have monthly quotas to hit. Advisors get paid on commission, and they've developed new scams specifically targeting owners who trust the Toyota and Lexus brands. I've been working on Japanese cars for 19 years, and the tricks I'm seeing now are more sophisticated than ever before. They prey on your trust in the brand. They use technical jargon to confuse you, and they make everything sound urgent to scare you into paying. In this video, I'm exposing the 7 newest Toyota and Lexus service center scams that are costing owners thousands in unnecessary repairs. Some of these will shock you, others will make you angry, but all of them need to stop. Let's get into it. Scam number 1. The mandatory hybrid battery conditioning service. This is the newest scam targeting Prius, Camry Hybrid, RAV4 Hybrid, and Lexus Hybrid owners. Dealerships are now pushing a hybrid battery conditioning or battery health service that costs between $300 and $600. Here's what they'll tell you. Your hybrid battery needs conditioning every 30,000 miles to maintain optimal performance and extend its lifespan. Without this service, your battery warranty could be voided. It's complete nonsense. Here's the truth. Toyota and Lexus hybrid batteries have their own battery management system that automatically balances cells and maintains optimal charge levels. There's no conditioning service needed. The battery takes care of itself. What they're actually doing is running a diagnostic scan that takes 10 minutes, then charging you $400 for nothing. I've seen the service invoices. They plug in a laptop, run a battery health check, print out a report, and call it conditioning. Some dealerships take it further. They claim they're rebalancing the cells or recalibrating the battery management system. But these are automated processes that happen every time you drive. You can't manually improve them, and you definitely don't need to pay someone to do it. The real kicker? Toyota's actual maintenance schedule makes no mention of hybrid battery conditioning. If it was necessary, it would be in the owner's manual. It's not. How to protect yourself. If a dealership recommends hybrid battery conditioning, ask them to show you where in the official Toyota maintenance schedule it's required. They can't, because it doesn't exist. If they push back, walk away and find a different shop. Scam number 2. Transmission flush on lifetime fluid. This scam specifically targets newer Toyotas and Lexus models with 8-speed, 10-speed, or CVT transmissions that use lifetime fluid. Here's how it works. You bring your car in for routine service, and the advisor says, "We noticed your transmission fluid looks dark. We recommend a full flush to prevent transmission failure. It's $450, but it could save you from a $5,000 transmission replacement." They might even show you a sample of your transmission fluid that looks burnt and contaminated. Spoiler alert, it's not your fluid. It's a sample they keep in the shop specifically to scare customers. Here's the truth. Yes, lifetime transmission fluid is misleading, and yes, it should eventually be changed, but not with an aggressive flush, and definitely not at 30,000 or 40,000 miles like they recommend. For most Toyotas and Lexus vehicles, a simple drain and fill at 60,000 to 80,000 miles is sufficient. This removes about 40% of the old fluid without the high pressure that can dislodge debris and damage internal components. A full flush uses high-pressure equipment to force out 100% of the old fluid. Sounds good in theory, but in practice, it can dislodge deposits that then clog valve bodies and cause shifting problems. I've seen transmissions that were fine before a flush starts slipping within 5,000 miles afterward. Also, dealerships charge $400 to $600 for a flush when a drain and fill costs $150 to $200 and is actually safer for your transmission. How to protect yourself. If they recommend a transmission flush, ask for a drain and fill instead. If they insist on a flush, ask them to show you the actual fluid from your transmission, not a sample bottle. Better yet, check your transmission fluid yourself before going to the dealership. If it's still red or pink and doesn't smell burnt, you don't need service yet. Scam number 3. Engine and fuel system, carbon cleaning. This is a big moneymaker for dealerships right now, especially on direct injection engines found in newer Toyotas and Lexus models. Here's the pitch. Your engine has carbon buildup on the intake valves and fuel injectors. We need to perform a chemical cleaning service to restore performance and prevent misfires. The service costs $600, but we're running a special for $450 today. Sometimes they'll even show you pictures of carbon-covered valves from another car to scare you. Here's what's really going on. Yes, direct injection engines do develop carbon buildup over time. It's a real issue. But most cars don't need professional cleaning until 80,000 to 120,000 miles, not at 30,000 or 40,000 miles like they claim. The chemical cleaning they're selling is often just a bottle of fuel system cleaner poured into your gas tank, something you can buy at AutoZone for $12 and do yourself in 30 seconds. But they charge you $450 for it. Real carbon cleaning, called walnut blasting, requires removing the intake manifold and physically scraping carbon off the valves. It's a legitimate service that costs $400 to $600 when actually needed. But most dealerships don't do walnut blasting. They just sell you overpriced fuel additives and call it carbon cleaning. How to protect yourself. If your engine runs fine, starts normally, and isn't throwing any misfire codes, you don't need carbon cleaning yet. If you're genuinely concerned about carbon buildup, use a quality fuel system cleaner like Chevron Techron or Redline SI1 every 5,000 miles. That's preventive maintenance that actually works. If you made it this far, then consider liking this video, giving it a thumbs up, and subscribing to my channel. This helps me bring you more honest car advice. Scam number 4. Brake fluid flush. Every year, brake fluid flushes are legitimate maintenance, but dealerships have started pushing them way too frequently to boost profits. Here's what they'll say. Brake fluid absorbs moisture over time, which lowers the boiling point and can cause brake failure. We recommend flushing it every year or 15,000 miles. That's excessive and unnecessary. Here's the truth. Toyota and Lexus recommend brake fluid replacement every 3 to 5 years depending on the model. Not every year, not every 15,000 miles. Every 3 to 5 years. Brake fluid does absorb moisture, and that is a problem. But it doesn't happen so fast that you need annual flushes. The system is sealed, and under normal conditions, moisture absorption is gradual. Dealerships push annual flushes because it's easy money. The service costs $120 to $150, takes 30 minutes, and requires minimal skill. Multiply that by a few hundred customers per month, and you're looking at serious revenue. The real problem? Unnecessary brake fluid flushes can actually introduce air into the system if done incorrectly. I've seen customers come in with spongy brake pedals after a dealership flush that wasn't needed in the first place. How to protect yourself. Check your owner's manual for the actual brake fluid service interval. For most Toyotas and Lexus models, it's 3 to 5 years. If your car is only 1 or 2 years old and the dealership recommends a brake fluid flush, decline it. You don't need it yet. Scam number 5. Cabin air filter replacement at every oil change. This scam is so common that most people don't even realize they're being ripped off. You come in for an oil change, and the advisor says, "We checked your cabin air filter and it's dirty. We can replace it for $65. They might even show you a disgusting, clogged filter covered in leaves and debris. But here's the trick. It's not your filter. It's a sample they keep in the service bay specifically to upsell customers. Here's the truth. Cabin air filters typically need replacement every 15,000 to 25,000 miles, or about once a year. Not every oil change, and definitely not every 5,000 miles like they claim. The filter itself costs $15 to $25 for a genuine Toyota or Lexus part. Installation takes 5 minutes and requires 0 tools on most models. You literally open the glove box, remove a cover, slide out the old filter, and slide in the new one. But dealerships charge $60 to $80 for this 5-minute job because they know most customers won't question it. How to protect yourself. Buy a genuine cabin air filter online or from an auto parts store for $15 to $25. Watch a 2-minute YouTube video showing how to replace it on your specific model. Do it yourself and save $50. Also, if a dealership shows you a dirty filter and claims it's from your car, ask them to install it back in your vehicle while you watch. They won't be able to if it's not actually your filter. Scam number 6. Coolant flush with special Toyota/Lexus coolant. Coolant flushes are necessary maintenance, but dealerships have turned them into a profit center by pushing proprietary coolant at insane prices. Here's the pitch. Your coolant needs to be replaced, and we must use genuine Toyota Super Long Life coolant. It's $250 for the service, but aftermarket coolant will void your warranty and damage your engine. Partially true, mostly a scam. Here's what's really happening. Yes, you should use the correct coolant for your vehicle. Toyota uses a specific pink coolant, and Lexus uses the same or a similar formulation. Using the wrong coolant can cause problems. But here's the scam. Dealerships charge $200 to $300 for a coolant flush when independent shops charge $120 to $150 for the exact same service using the exact same coolant. Also, the coolant itself isn't magic. Toyota doesn't manufacture their own coolant. They rebrand it from major coolant suppliers. You can buy compatible coolant from brands like Xerox Asian Vehicle or Peak Long Life that meets Toyota's specifications for a fraction of the dealer price. A gallon of genuine Toyota coolant from the dealership costs $40 to $50. A gallon of equivalent coolant from an auto parts store costs $15 to $20. It's the same stuff in a different bottle. How to protect yourself? Coolant service is necessary every 50,000 to 60,000 miles or 5 years. But shop around. Get quotes from independent shops that specialize in Japanese vehicles. They'll use the correct coolant and charge half what the dealership does. And if you're doing it yourself, buy coolant that meets Toyota's specifications, not necessarily the Toyota branded bottle. Scam number 7. Software updates that should be free. This is one of the newest and most frustrating scams. Dealerships are now charging for software updates that Toyota and Lexus provide free of charge under warranty. Here's how it works. You bring your car in for service, and they say, "We noticed your infotainment system needs a software update. There's also an ECU update available. We can do both for $200. Sounds reasonable, right? Wrong. Here's the truth. Toyota and Lexus regularly release software updates for infotainment systems, engine control units, transmission control modules, and safety systems. These updates fix bugs, improve performance, and sometimes add new features. Most of these updates are provided free of charge if your vehicle is under warranty or if they're related to a technical service bulletin or recall. But dealerships don't always tell you that. They'll charge you $100 to $200 for an update that should be free. And most customers never question it because it sounds technical and important. I've had customers show me invoices where they were charged $150 for an infotainment software update that was actually a free map update anyone can download at home. How to protect yourself. Before agreeing to any software update, ask if it's covered under warranty or if it's related to a TSB or recall. You can also call Toyota or Lexus customer service with your VIN and ask if there are any outstanding free updates for your vehicle. If the dealership is charging you for something that should be free, challenge it. If they refuse, find a different dealership. How to avoid getting scammed. Here's my advice for protecting yourself from these dealership scams. First, educate yourself about your vehicle's actual maintenance schedule. Read your owner's manual. Know what services are due and when. If a dealership recommends something not listed in your maintenance schedule, question it. Second, get a second opinion for any major repair or service over $500. A reputable independent shop can often tell you if the service is actually necessary. Third, ask for proof. If they say your brake pads are worn, ask to see them. If your transmission fluid is dirty, ask them to show you the fluid from your actual car, not a sample bottle. Fourth, don't let them pressure you with scare tactics. If you don't do this service today, your engine will fail is a classic pressure technique. Real mechanics give you options, not ultimatums. Fifth, shop around. Get quotes from multiple shops for the same service. You'll quickly learn which places are charging fair prices and which ones are ripping you off. And finally, build a relationship with an independent mechanic who specializes in Japanese vehicles. They don't have the same commission structure as dealerships, so they're more likely to give you honest advice. Not all dealerships are bad. I want to be clear. Not every Toyota and Lexus dealership is running these scams. Many have honest service advisors who genuinely care about customers and recommend only necessary work. But the bad ones are getting worse. Corporate pressure to hit revenue targets, commission-based pay structures, and aggressive sales tactics have turned some service departments into profit machines that prioritize money over honesty. Your job as a customer is to protect yourself. Don't blindly trust anyone just because they work at a dealership. Ask questions, demand proof, get second opinions. Your Toyota or Lexus is one of the most reliable vehicles ever made. It doesn't need constant, expensive services to keep running. It needs basic maintenance done at the right intervals with quality parts. Don't let a dishonest dealership convince you otherwise. If you found these tips helpful, be sure to watch this next video as I am sharing insider tips to help you cut repair costs and keep your car running like new.